All right, so quick little toolbox tour, not much here. Under a bunch of my junk mail, I have these Icon 3/8 drive swivel sockets. These are the Techie Tone 1/2-inch deep and shallow impact sockets that we got from Chris Klein Graphics. This is a MATCO 30mm Toyota axle nut socket. I got some Craftsman I'm sorry, that was a Husky. These are Craftsman 12-point oversized sockets and some Husky SAE ones from when I was at the Independent. A couple of Icon swivels, these Pittsburgh 1/2-inch swivels, a couple of Craftsman adapters. This is a Titan stud extractor, 13mm Cornwell, deep E-Torx, shallow impact E-Torx, magnetic deep 10, couple of extensions, little Matco 10, bit adapter, some other little things in here. This is the snap-on 12mm 12-point for the Ford drive shafts, other adapters. I believe this is a oxygen sensor threader, 8mm snap-on deep, a swivel extension, my snap-on ratchet. There's a Tecton 1/4 inch and a snap-on mini ratchet there, and some easy red neck lights. And this one here, Matco pry bars, a little OEM trim tool, test light, spanner wrench. I got a couple of these pneumatic super long hammer deals. The snap-on thin screwdriver we talked about. There's a Craftsman one, some fuel quick disconnects, the Ford transmission quick disconnects from Matco, some magnets, mirror, the Icon ratchet wrench set and metric and SAE. Here's some Matco flexi head ratchet wrenches, some metric elbow Craftsman, and a crescent wrench. This drawer, snap-on screwdrivers, Icon picks. This is for interior trim for Audi. This drawer has all my pliers and stuff that I've found to be most beneficial, that I just can't live without. I just need them. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? These are things that we covered a little bit in a couple of videos. This next drawer here, a couple of mirrors, some oil filter adapters, clutch lineup tool, some construction tools and masonry bits and chainsaw files. I only have the 3-jaw harmonic balance puller, a couple of fuel pullers, pitman arm puller, hub puller, you know, and some other little deals, but that's pretty much it for that. This drawer here has like brakes, steering and suspension, stuff like that. We got other hammer adapters for the pneumatic, brass punch, drill bits, punch and chisel set, some brake tools and a hammer. I don't think I have really anything in here. It's like interior trim tools, the Hercules heat gun, some battery chargers, flashlight chargers. We still have that gold snap-on or Icon gold ratchet. It's like a little miscellaneous drawer, helicoils, tape, quick disconnects, glasses, and stud installer. You guys feel like farming? Feeler gauges, random stuff like that. These are all the oversized wrenches and things, crescent wrenches and stuff. I got some interior trim tools there, crow's feet. These are the Craftsman double box end, 5-degree offset wrenches and metric. Down in here, just the serpentine belt tool from KD Tools or Gear Wrench, and a tape measure. And down in here, just some miscellaneous stuff, liquid silicone, first aid kit, tidbits, AC stuff, some O-rings, some old documents for the Ford, and some electrical connectors I kept from Chrysler. And that's pretty much it as far as what tools that I have left, for the exception of my Klein digital multimeter and the gear wrench socket mechanic set that you guys saw That's pretty much it. That's what I've got left for tools. All right, so you guys got a chance to see what I had in my toolbox. So you can see I'm not without, I'm just not as heavily stacked as I once was, right? Now, some of you are probably thinking, well, can you even still do the job with that? Yeah, dude. And like, how many of us started out with the basic mechanics set like that, and we're working on brakes and shocks and struts, and we were doing it in a timely manner? I mean, there are sometimes I can almost beat you spinning a bolt in by finger than you ever could with a ratchet. Like that, there's times like that where by the time you get your ratchet, get a socket on it, and walk back over to the car, I already have the bolt in by hand. Like a lot of old school mechanics are very much just like that, and I'm really no different. Like there's a handful of bolts that I'll just sit there and go like this, and I'm ready to rock, you know, and then I can just torque it to spec. Or if it's one of those bolts that you know, hey man, torquing it to spec's not a great idea. If I start putting too much leverage behind this thing, it's gonna snap, shear off, and we're gonna have bigger problems, okay? You know how much tight is tight and too tight is too much, and then, right? There's that part. So you already know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of old fasteners on older vehicles that you don't wanna necessarily torque to spec, and it depends. You gotta look at the bolt. Look at the bolt, make sure it's not stretched beyond yield. You might need to get new hardware. There are times that you can spray PP Blaster all over it, do whatever you gotta do, try to crack it loose, and it's still gonna shear in half. There's nothing you can do about it. You can try to heat it up with a torch, work it back and forth, and eventually just, yeah, and then next thing you know, you're extracting it anyways. These things happen in this automotive trade, especially with a lot of vehicles that come from like rust collective states and areas such as like close to the ocean or salt water or whatever. Or they live in a really wet area, like, ugh, right? Okay, one more thing. Cornwell coolant pressure tester inside. All the adapters that originally came with it. I did manage to pick this one up from Cornwell as well. It's to test the domestic radiator cap to failure. So that way if it fails, outside of it being cracked, obviously it's an obvious failure, but for whatever reason, if you're losing pressure, it's a good way of being able to condemn it, right? And then you can sell that to the customer, so that way they got a nice solidly sealed coolant system. Volkswagen Audi cap, okay, I got that too. So the two empty spaces that came in this thing came in handy. I got what it is that I need to work on most any vehicle. Yes, there are coolant pressure testers out there with a bunch of other adapters. That is the last and final tool. That's what I got. So can I still do this job? Absolutely, absolutely. Do I have anything and everything that I need to be as fast can be and as proficient as possible to maximize the amount of flag hours? Not yet. No, not yet. Can I get away with using the Pittsburgh 1/4-inch pneumatic ratchets from Harbor Freight until I have enough money to get cordless? Absolutely. Dude, I was using those during work. My buddy Alex, the foreman over there, he's got them. He's got the 1/4-inch, the 3/8, and the 1/2-inch air ratchets, all in the pneumatic, the Chicago pneumatic, you know, the Harbor Freight Pittsburgh ones. And man, they run like a 2-stroke. They just get it. So I haven't had any issues. I use them virtually all week. Love them things. So I feel like for 15 to 20 bucks a piece, worth it, especially if you have nothing. You figure for like 2, 4, 65 bucks, you just increase the speed. When you increase the speed, you increase your productivity and you increase your flag hours, which means you increase your paycheck. So yeah, for that, I'm all about it. 65 bucks, 3 ratchets, run what you brung, okay? That'll get you somewhere. Then once you've made a handful of checks, I would say run it for as long as you possibly can. And then if you want to go to cordless, go for it. But I will tell you that even the cordless don't run at the same RPM that the air tools do. That is a fact. You can have anyone and everyone argue that somehow the cordless are faster than air. That is not true. It'll never be true. Air is definitely faster than cordless. However, you don't have to worry about the air hose. So that I'll give you. That I'll give you. Aside from that, that fast as F boy comes into play, man. I'm telling you, those things, beep, 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 they'll go. And the click style torque wrenches in the Quinn and in the Icon, they have virtually all those there. Those things are working out great too. For that, I'd say, yeah, good to go. I actually did test a Pittsburgh 1/2-inch click style torque wrench with a little deal at the bottom that you got to tighten up, okay, against the snap-on torque verification deal that they have on the truck sometimes, and it is within spec. So those of you that say, you can't trust it, yes you can. Yes you can. Now I will give you the fact that digital angle is now the new torque. Everything says torque 2, 35 foot-pounds plus 90 degrees. I will give you that. Most fasteners nowadays are torque to yield and require some kind of angle torque. For that, I'd say, yeah, you might want to get on board and eventually get yourself a Digital Tech angle torque wrench of some kind. Doesn't have to be Snap-on. Check out the other companies that are out there too. Those are something that you might need, especially in 3/8 and 1/2 inch. 1/4 inch, I used the gear wrench one a handful of times, kept turning off on me, but otherwise it did what I needed it to do. I like the fact that it would flip between Newton meters and foot-pounds, and I can kind of bounce back and forth. So for that reason, I liked it. But you can also turn the click style over to the back side and adjust it to Newton meters or foot-pounds. So just saying, these are some of the things that I can pick up on the cheap to get myself going and down the road, right? And then once I get some paychecks under the belt, be good to go and start moving into some of the better quality, some of the more higher end stuff or whatever later. Am I having to build it all back up? Yeah, but no. I mean, I got a pretty good start. You know what I mean? I've been talking a lot with the wife about this because I am considering going back to the dealership lifestyle. The fast pace, the in-depth training that you get, the amount of money is literally 2 times the amount, even 3 times the amount than what it is that I'm currently making. I am considering it, strongly considering it. So I got some pokers in the fire. We'll see what happens. I am considering it. We're getting down to this part though. This toolbox thing, it's in my head. I'm thinking about a lot of things this weekend, man. Thinking about a lot of things. This toolbox, okay. My biggest fear, I bring this toolbox down, expectations are sky high that I can work on just about anything and everything because I have a box this big, which is not the case. I do not have everything that I once had, so I don't want to put up a false illusion. Yes, knowledgeably, I can art an artist about anything. Tool-wise, not equipped for it. Toolbox, at least I have the space. So, there's that part. I had thought about being like, hey, I got out of this industry, working towards these goals, coming back into the industry, give me some time. If you're willing to do that, I'd like to get a cart, start stacking some stuff up. I'll bring the stuff down that I got in my car, put it in the cart, and then show you how proficient I possibly can be. So there's that thought process too. Aside from trying to figure out if I'm gonna try to sell this or trade it, that's still kind of here. Right now, we are comfortably able to afford the place that we're in based on my retirement. My retirement takes care of our entire household. We're good to go, okay, as far as rent and utilities. I don't have to worry about that part. And not a lot of people can say that. So I can say the best thing that I ever did with my life was join the military and stay in it to win it. Yes, I did get an early retirement, and I got medically separated at 17 years, but I was offered an early retirement, and I retired as if I had 25 years, so I'm good to go, okay? My retirement pays for the rent and the utilities. So aside from that, whatever it is that I get here residually from the YouTubes, okay? And it is what it is, and then there's work. And work stuff really takes care of all the other little random things that happen in life. You know what I mean? Like, this thing needs to be fixed in the car, or, we need to go get this, that, and the other thing. I think between my wife's income and mine, we have made it as long as we have because of that. So diapers, food, utilities, rent, everything's covered. Everyone keeps telling me, like in the comments, like, man up, go get a job, bro. What's wrong with you? Why can't you just go work like an 8 to 5 or 7 to 4? Like, you just really don't want to work that much? You don't want to work hard for your life? I'm working hard all my life, man. I'm 40 years old. I put myself in harm's way to retire from the military. I did 2 tours to Iraq, man. Did you? Did you do that? Did you retire from the military? Do you have a retirement? Is it jealousy or envy? Pick one. The fact that I can be home, sit down on this couch and not do a dang thing, and still afford my rent and utilities at the end of the day, and then we still have food and we can do holiday stuff without either one of us working bother you that much? Look, man, I'd love to get back to work because it's good for my mental and my psyche. But obviously I'm still able to go and do other things out and about to make loose cash, to do whatever the heck I want to do. No, I don't have a motorcycle payment or car payment or tool payments anymore. But is having debt that important to me to where I need to go work and be a slave to the man and have them up my butt every single day and go through the daily grind of getting yelled at and ridiculed worth it? No, heck no, dude. But part of me gets bored and I really want to go and do something with my day. I enjoy working. You don't think I get enjoyment out of working? You think I like sitting around the house and not doing nothing all day? Why would I be doing these videos, man? I'm bored, okay? I'm bored. I'm trying to get re-excited about what it is that I once was so passionate about, that I lost my passion for. I tried to get into another field that I thought that I felt pretty passionate about. Turns out, your credit means a lot when it comes to joining law enforcement. I screwed mine up. Someone said, you need finances classes, bro. You don't know how to take care of your finances. Maybe those would be helpful. But did you know that for at least 3 years, I made over 6 figures, had over $25,000 saved, had 4 vehicle loans that I was able to make payments on, a mortgage, and was successfully taking everyone to like Disneyland and Universal Studios, and we had food for days. Like, dude, you don't even know the lifestyle that I used to have. Okay, I don't have it now. Does that mean I don't know how to take care of my finances? No, it means I hit a bump, dude. So calm down, okay? Calm down. Look, eventually I'm going to get back to where I once was. I don't know how long it's going to take. Sometimes when you lose a fight, you got to like fight back to get back to where you were. Yeah, I'm not the title holder anymore right now of my own life. I'm trying to get back to that, but it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of perseverance. And obviously dealing with a lot of cold-blooded venom vampires on YouTube. It's just the way that it goes. Once you start divulging your life to everybody, you can expect that. That's why I say, no skin, thin skins, my man. Because here, what do I got to lose or gain from you hating on me? I don't give a shit. Do what you're gonna do, my man. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to do the best thing that I can for my family. And if I think I can provide us with a better, more higher income, save us some heartache, yeah, I'm gonna go for it, of course. Plus, I'm bored. What do you do for a living? Is what you do for a living so good? I'm glad. If it is, and if it's your lifestyle, awesome. But you know how many people out here are getting laid off? They have nothing. They used to have everything, that are almost in a similar position that I am, except for the fact that, you know what, I still have an income because I'm retired, military. Did you serve your country? It's easy. It's easy to poke at people when they're down, isn't it? You like it. You get some kind of excitement out of it, don't you? Yeah, you do. Look at you, you sick, sadistic bastard. Well, it is what it is at the end of the day. That's what I got for tools. No, I don't think I'm going to have a problem trying to get hired anywhere. Now that the car's fixed, now that I'm starting to get back on track and I'm under the realization that maybe this law enforcement thing isn't going to pan out, I'm going to start applying for more and more dealerships a little bit further away, see if I can't get locked in, get the show on the road, baby. That's all I got for now. See you guys next time. Cheers and deuces.